So have you had, what's like your worst experience with domestic managers?
Oh, worst experience. One, there's one I got, I remember I picked her from town and I was told, huyu hajawai kanyaga Nairobi. And so because I live along the Eastern Bypass, as we went home, I remember she asked me, ile bypass ya Ruiru? I'm like, excuse me, is this your first time? Yes, the same day. And then I think from there I started having trust issues. Because now, first of all, you've lied, you know. This is not your first day in Nairobi. You even know the Ruiru bypass, you know.
Hey, Ruiru,
yeah,
you know, like
yeah,
all the way.
yeah. So the following day I left for work. I remember I left my husband behind. He left later. And then I came back at around 5. But when I was at work, I kept feeling everything is not okay. So I got home because I used to work in Westlands and I live along Eastern Bypass. I got home like 2 hours later. And then I find my child. She had cried. She was, you know, her face had turned red. And because she couldn't, she had the delayed milestone issue, so she couldn't like get herself out of the bed. So I found her hanging on the net. So I was like, what time did she leave? Then you try calling the number, she's not picking. Yes. I try calling the agency that connected her to me. They are telling me, sisi hatujui hiyo. I'm like, where should I report this case? You know? I think for me, that was the worst. That was the worst. Yeah, and then another time, you get home, you find your child has a soiled diaper. You don't know for how many hours. When you ask, they tell you, sikuona mahali diaper ilikuwa.
Oh, wow.
The child has not been fed. It's around 9 p.m. You ask, what was the last time you fed this child? They tell you, alikunywa uji 4 p.m. That's a 2-year-old. And you're wondering, surely, what's the problem with you, you know? Yeah, so sometimes, you know, there are experiences you like go through that you feel, sometimes I would rather resign from my job and just take care of my children.
I had an experience of one, I thought she was like the best because everything she had just, alikuwa ananionyesha she's the one I need. But then again, along the way, she started to madharau, mtoto akimuongelesha, hamuongeleshi. You'd hear the boy is calling her, auntie. She wouldn't respond. But me, the moment I talk to her, she's responding like immediately. So I was like, okay, I don't like that. And before that, we had not had any like so much differences. Ni ule ukimwambia kitu atasikia, and that's it. So that one for me was like, apana, you're here in the first place because of my baby. So I don't understand kwa nini, and si ati aski, unasikia vizuri sana anasikia, but she wouldn't just respond. Yeah.